Good morning, everyone. You are most welcome to another wonderful class on this amazing learning platform. I am Modupe Olayinka. I am so happy to have you again this morning. Today, we are looking at English language, and in English language class, we'll be continuing the topic that we started last week, which is what? Figures of speech. You remember last week we started a topic, figure of speech. We'll do the remaining parts of it today, and if we still need to do more of the figure of speech, we'll do that again next week, because there are some figure of speech that you need to really know, at least as foundation. So we'll be talking about some figure of speech today, and at the end of the class, you should be able to explain to me those figures of speech that we'll be discussing today. You can see one of the figures of speech we want to talk about today is metaphor. It's a metaphor. You can see the lady there giving a speech on metaphor. It's a metaphor. So at the end of this class, you should be able to define for me metaphor. Be able to give me examples of metaphor. When you say metaphors in sentences, you should be able to recognize them. Since you can give the examples, then you should be able to define irony, and then mention types of irony, and then give examples of irony. I will say it again. You define irony, define metaphor, give example of metaphor, define irony, give types of irony, and then give examples of irony. So I want you to pay attention to the class as we'll be discussing these topics, this subtopics under the figures of speech. We started last week and we talked about, you can remember me what we talked about last week. The figure of speech we discussed last week was what? Good, simile. I told you what figure of speech are. I told you that they are the deliberate departure from the original usage of words. That is, it's not the literal meaning of the words that you have used that is being used. And then I told you about simile as well, and I told you that simile shows comparison using as and like. Now we're looking at metaphor and irony. And then I will still have one more class on figure of speech, because I want to tell you about personification, and then one more figure of speech in the next class, and then we'll be done with figure of speech. Now, what's metaphor? Metaphor is a figure of speech that gives a direct comparison between two things that aren't really alike, but they have something in common. Metaphor is a figure of speech that gives a direct comparison. It gives a direct comparison. Simile shows similarities using as and like, but when it comes to metaphor does not use the word as and like. Can you see that? Metaphor does not use the word as and like. It doesn't use it. It doesn't use as and like. Metaphor is an implied simile. It's an implied simile. That means you have removed the comparison part of it. You have removed the as and like you are used to show that this person is as this, or looks like, or it does seem like. There's no like and there's no as. It's a direct, that's why you call it direct comparison or implied simile. That is what metaphor does. It tells you directly what is obtainable. It doesn't share any similarity using as and like. Now, I will show you some examples as the slide continues. You can see an example there. It says, he is certainly richer than God. Wow, that's a metaphorical statement. Very, very metaphorical. It says, he is certainly richer than God. Is that actually possible? Say, richer than God. So, either of you using simile and saying he is as rich as God, if actually it's possible. But he said he's richer than God. He's saying it directly. He's not using as or like to compare the wealth of the person he's comparing. But he's saying that he is this. So, when you talk about metaphor is saying what it is directly. At times it looks as if you are describing something, or you are telling somebody, this is it. The girl is as beautiful as a princess. But you can say the girl is a princess. So when you say the girl is a princess, then you are using what? Metaphor, because you are saying it directly that she's a princess. But when you are saying she's as beautiful as a princess, because of the as, you are using what? Good. You are using simile. So you can see the difference between simile and metaphor now. Simile compares using as and like, while metaphor is a direct comparison. It's an implied simile. It doesn't use as and like. You can see that example I just showed you here. He's richer than God. Then you say, it's when you finish telling him, say, it's a metaphor, you see. It's a metaphor. Now, acting is just writing with your mouth. Acting is just writing with your mouth. The lady is trying to tell her friends that acting is like writing with your mouth. But it's not saying it like acting is like writing with your mouth. Because if she says that, she's using what? Simile. Because she has said acting is like writing with your mouth. But she didn't say acting is like writing with your mouth. She says acting is just writing with your mouth. She's saying it categorically. She's saying it directly. She's using what? Metaphor. I hope you're able to get what metaphor means now. Saying it directly. Saying it directly. Saying it categorically. Not mincing words. Now, examples of metaphor. I'll give you some examples here. You say, our tears were a river flowing down our cheeks. Our tears were a river. Who can tell me if I want to convert this first sentence to simile? What will I say? I will say what? Our tears were like a river flowing down our cheeks. Our tears were like a river flowing down our cheeks. That is if I want to use it as what? Good simile. I will say our tears were like, that is simile. But in this case, we are talking about metaphor. So we don't need to use the like. We are just saying it directly. Our tears were a river flowing down our cheek. Now that tears were rivers is the metaphorical expression in that sentence. Now the second sentence says, my brother is the black sheep of the family. My brother is the black sheep of the family. When you say somebody is a black sheep, what does it mean? It's an idiomatic expression. What does it mean? It means the person is the only one that is different. You know, black sheep is the one that is always looking different from other white sheep that we have. And then when the black sheep, I'll show you a picture in the next slide. When you see the black sheep, is different. So when you see a child in the family that is different in terms of behavior, in terms of character and maybe appearance and every other thing, you say, Tunde is the black sheep of that family. What are you trying to say? Is the only one that is different. And this difference is always negative, not in terms of positivity. It's different negatively. So when you say a boy that is behaving or a girl that is behaving differently in the family and the different nature is not just too positive, you say he is the black sheep of the family or she is the black sheep of the family. So black sheep is a metaphorical expression. My brother is the black sheep of the family. So if I want to turn it to simile, what will I say? You will say, good. My brother is like the black sheep of that family. My brother is like the black sheep of that family. But in this case, I'm saying is the black sheep. So that is what metaphor. So you're going to be seeing the picture of a black sheep in the next slide. I'll be showing you now. You see the picture of a black sheep. Wow. Look at that black sheep in the midst of all the white sheep that we have. You can see white sheep everywhere. White sheep everywhere. But you can see the black sheep. You can see him looking different. He's different from every other one in the middle of them. That means he's the only one that is different in character and in appearance. Good. Now let's go to that figure of speech. The other examples of metaphor. You say it's a metaphor. You potato with eyes. The girl is trying to insult her friend that you are a potato with eyes. She's using metaphor too in that conversation. You say it's a metaphor. You potato with eyes. It's a what? Metaphor. You what? Potato with eyes. But if you want to say it's in a similar in a way that is simile, she will say what? You look like a potato with eyes. Good. Now let's go to other examples of metaphor. It says a hospital bed is a packed taxi with the meter running. Is a packed taxi. Is a packed taxi. A packed taxi is the metaphor. Is a pack. It is that a hospital bed is like a packed taxi. It says a hospital bed is a packed taxi. It didn't say it's like a packed taxi. So that's metaphor. Then a good conscience is a continual Christmas. What does it mean? It means Christmas is the time you're happy, you enjoy yourself, you have fun. So a good conscience is a continual Christmas. It didn't say it's like a continual Christmas. It says it's a continual Christmas. So it's using what? metaphor, is a metaphorical expression. A continual Christmas is a metaphor being used in that expression. Okay, now let's quickly go to irony now. Irony, what is an irony? An irony is a figure of speech in which the person delivering the ironic statement says something which is completely opposite to what they mean or what the reality of the situation is. When you talk about irony, you are saying something that is completely opposite to what is intended or what is meant. That is irony. Something completely different from what the situation is. Different from what the situation is. You can see clearly that this person has missed or failed the exam. You will say, wow, he has passed so very well, or he has passed brilliantly well. That means that you're looking at, you're seeing it. Everybody is seeing this in his course that he has failed. And you're saying, wow, today really passed brilliantly. That is an ironical expression. It's an ironical statement. So when you talk about irony, it's when you say something and you mean the opposite. When you do what? Say something and mean the opposite. When you say something and mean the opposite, that is what? Irony. Now I will see types of irony here. We have verbal irony, situational irony, dramatic irony. I won't be explaining those in today's class because I just want you to know that there are types of irony. Now, these are the types of irony. Dramatic irony, like I said in the previous slide, I just brought it out clearly for you to see it better and bigger here. Dramatic irony, situational irony, and verbal irony. Can you say it after me? Dramatic irony, situational irony, verbal irony. Those are the types of irony that we have. Now, let's quickly go to examples of irony. The first one says, please do not tape anything to this glass. Did you notice any irony in that statement? Please do not tape anything to this glass. I told you that when you say something and you mean the opposite. Please do not tape anything to this glass. Do you notice anything in this expression? Do you notice that this thing has been taped to this glass already? And the statement now says, do not tape anything to this glass. Meanwhile, somebody has already taped something to a glass. This is a glass. There's a glass, a frame. And something has been taped on it. And then the expression says, please do not tape anything to this glass. Is that not ironical? Yes, that's an ironical statement. Now let's go to another one. It says, the blind leading the blind. Won't they fall into the ditch? Can you see the ditch in front of them? They are about to fall into the ditch. The blind leading the blind. That is an example of irony. The blind is blind. He can't see. He's leading another blind man. Two of them are going straight into the ditch. So the blind leading the blind is an example of irony. Then always opened. This place says this business is always opened. Meanwhile, under it the road closed. And the owners of the organization of that business says it is always open. So why would it be closed when if it's always open? It shouldn't be closed. This one's supposed to be what? Open. Because this statement is contradicting this statement. You have said it's always open. You now say closed. That's opposite. That's irony. Now, thank you for driving carefully. Can you see it? Thank you for driving carefully. Do you notice anything ironical in this expression? Yes. The driver has practically drove carelessly into the bush. He has swerved from the road and into the bush, only for somebody to tell him that, thank you for driving carefully. What do you think they would have told him? You have driven your car recklessly. That's what they should have told him. But because it's an ironical expression, it says, thank you for driving carefully, intending something different altogether. What it's intended is carelessly. Thank you for driving carelessly. But they have said the opposite, carefully. So that is an ironical expression. Another one says, phone out of service, give us a call. Okay, do you notice anything ironical in this statement? Phone out of service, give us a call. Can you explain what is ironical in this expression? Yes, the phone is out of service. If a phone is out of service, can that phone give a call? No. So, phone out of service, give us a call. is ironical. So you cannot say when phone is out of service, that phone should give a call again. It's ironical. Now, in conclusion, irony expresses an opposition between what is said and implied, while metaphor is a direct comparison between two things. Metaphor and irony communicate different types of meaning. Metaphor primarily refers to something that isn't invoking a direct similarity, whereas irony says something and means the opposite. Irony says something and that's what means the opposite, while metaphor is a direct comparison between two things. And I also told you that there are three types of irony. In this class, we talked about the three types of irony. I told you about the three types of irony in this class as well. I told you how to use irony in sentences like the blind lady in the blind. Is your phone out of service? Give us a call. Thank you for driving carefully. The examples of irony. Now, let's look at it. It says it's a figure of speech, my dear. They are all figures of speech. We talked about the two figures of speech in today's class, irony and metaphor. It's a figure of speech, my dear. Now, let's come to the evaluation page. Number one question says, what is metaphor? I want to see if you're actually listening to me. What is metaphor? Is it what? Direct between. Good. Now, let's have three examples of metaphor. Good. Now, let's go to what is irony. What is irony? When you say something and then, Good. Now let's go to types of irony. I give you three types of irony. Number one, verbal, and third one. Good. Now let's have three examples of irony. Number one, again. Good. Thank you so much for listening. I can see that you've really paid attention to the class. Thank you so much. I'll be sending the class activities tomorrow. Ensure you do it very well. And if you have any problem or anything, you can give me a call or send it to my email in front of the page of this class. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Bye.